A bunch of new stuff was just added to College Football 27 in today's update. Now, yesterday, EA put out the patch notes. We read through them all. I did a video on it. But there were also some things in this update that weren't in the patch notes, and that's pretty typical. That happens almost every update. There's always a few things they either forget to mention or they just sneak in there. And on top of that, I want to show you up close all of the new stuff that was added regardless. So we're going to look at the new uniforms, the helmets, some of the equipment that was added, stadium stuff, some other little fixes they snuck in there for Road to Glory, and more. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe if you always want to be up to date with all of the latest for College Football 27, because like I said, a lot of times they sneak stuff in there, and if you want to find out about it, this is the place to be. Let's start with the uniforms. Of course, one of the ones leading the way, Tennessee with the dark mode. They had to get them redone after switching to Adidas, so now they're in the game and they look great. I think these look so on point, and they even got their blackout crowd to go with it as well. Northwestern also got their new purple Gothic alternate uniforms. Now in the blog yesterday, it said they were getting their black Gothic uniforms, but we already had those in the game, so I think that was just a typo. The purple ones are now in the game, and they look great. And of course, Notre Dame fans were waiting on the new updated Shamrock Series uniforms. They had the older version of the game, but we needed to get the new ones. They've been added in this update, and they look pretty good, especially the numbers. I like those. And to go along with that, Wisconsin also got their Shamrock Series uniforms for the game as well, and they even added Lambeau Field if you're playing in Dynasty and stuff like that when this game is played. So looking pretty good for both teams. And that's not all for Notre Dame. They're getting some more love in this update as well, as they got their updated green alternates now in the game. These things look really clean. Honestly, might be a hot take. This might be my favorite Notre Dame uniform. I don't know. That might be crazy, but I think these look really cool. Speaking of things that look cool, Iowa State got their punching Psy helmet in the game, and I think this is already one of the better helmets in the game, if you ask me. This thing looks pretty awesome. Virginia also got their white script helmet added to the game. I feel like most teams are having like script alternates these days, so they got those updated for Virginia. And speaking of script helmets, Western Kentucky got their red script Hilltoppers helmet added in this update as well, so those all look really good. Then we've got Air Force coming in with their faded alternate helmet as well. This one looks pretty cool, so I know Air Force fans will be happy for that. We also got an update to the Delaware helmet with the state flag update on the back and the back bumper updated. These look really good. Also notice the hair out of the helmet. We'll touch on that a little bit later. Now, of course, we got to talk mascots. We got some new ones that were added in this update as well. Jacksonville State got their mascot added to the game. This one looks pretty good, man. It's a good looking mascot right here. This is pure college football, if you ask me. Another really good one that was added, the Sam Houston State mascot, goes by the name of Sammy. I mean, that's a pretty appropriate name, so he's in the game on the sidelines acting a fool. We also got to shout out Gus, the Georgia Southern mascot. Look at him on the sideline, looking good with the jersey on. We got good old Flash from Kent State on the sideline doing a little dance here. So I think at this point, almost all of the mascots should be in the game. And last but not least, we've got Troy's mascot, who goes by the name of T-Roy. I mean, that's pretty appropriate again, if you ask me. But he's on the sideline looking good, got some good animations going there. He's in the game. They also added some traditions here. We've got Hawaii's turnover celebration. So again, most teams have these by now, but they're still updating a few. Hawaii looking good there. And then we also got something else for Troy. Their turnover helmet looking pretty good. They said that they also added LSU's basketball celebration, but I couldn't figure out how to trigger it. Now we got to go to the themed crowds. They added like over 20 of these, but I'm going to show you some of the best ones. Of course, we've got the dark mode for Tennessee to go with their new uniforms. That looks great. We also got the all turquoise crowd for Florida State when they wear these uniforms. Look pretty cool, pretty unique. Just going to give you a nice little shot here around the stadium. This one looks pretty sick. We got the all gold crowd for Appalachian State. I mean, Appalachian State, I will say, one of those really good dynasty teams in the game. Just great atmosphere. Look at the sights around the stadium, and the crowd looks great. We got the maroon monsoon for Arizona State. I mean, this one looks great as well. I think Arizona State's another one. Got a lot of good uniforms, got a lot of good traditions and stuff like that. They also got their blackout crowd added as well, but the maroon monsoon wins for me. One of my favorite ones in this update, the striped crowd for Arizona. This is a unique striped crowd. I really like the way this one looks. They also got their all blue and their whiteout crowds added as well. But again, this one for me in particular, we got a pan around here. This one wins for Arizona for me. This is definitely one of the better ones that was added for this update. We also got the all blue crowd for Illinois that was added. This one looks sick as well. I really just like the colors of blue and orange together. I think they just go really well. Of course, Illinois has a bunch of other options that were already in the game, but this is the new one that was added. And then we've got the all orange crowd for UTEP. I mean, look at this. Look how good this looks around the stadium. They also got a navy and a blackout crowd with this update as well. We've got the Coal Rush crowd theme for West Virginia when they break out their Coal Rush uniform, so this looks pretty cool. We got another one of my favorites here, the stripe out for North Texas. We've got green on one side, white on the other side. I believe they also got a blackout crowd added in this update as well, so they got some nice additions. And here's another one of my favorites, maybe my favorite overall of this update, the Clemson helmet stripe. I mean, this looks awesome. I mean, how do you not love this look right here around the stadium? We got the pink crowd for FIU for when they rock their Miami Vice. They also got a whiteout crowd in this update as well. Got the all black crowd for Southern Miss. This is another team I feel like pretty underrated. Good uniforms, good stadium, good vibes. I think this is a fun dynasty team. And speaking of blackout crowds, we also got the blackout added for TCU as well. Now I'll pop up on the screen all the other crowd themes that were added. There was a bunch in here, but just wanted to highlight a few of the better looking ones. And another update they didn't mention here is UCLA got some of their stadium upgrades finally added into this update as well. So looking good here for the UCLA Bruins. Now we got to talk about rivalry trophies in this update. We got the Red Bird Trophy for Ball State versus Miami of Ohio. That's in the game now. And we got a few more in this update. We've got the Battle of the I-75 for Toledo and Bowling Green. This is a great looking trophy. I love this one right here. Talking about good looking trophies, we got the Textile Bowl rivalry trophy for Clemson versus NC State. This one looks pretty serious, pretty heavy. And of course, you can't forget about the Continental Cup for Colorado versus Colorado State. That's a really good looking one right there. This might be my favorite one that was added, the Oil Can rivalry trophy for Fresno State and San Diego State. You gotta love this one, and a good animation with it as well. We got the Cannon rivalry trophy for Illinois versus Purdue. I'm not gonna lie, this one's just a little underwhelming compared to the other ones, but I'm sure it's good if you're a fan of either of those teams. Now here's a great one, the Bell Trophy for Tulane versus Southern Miss. Now on one side you've got the Southern Miss logo, the Tulane logo on the other side. This one's pretty sick. And this one's just college football right here, the Saddle Trophy, literally just a saddle for TCU versus Texas Tech. You gotta love that. You've also got the Silver Spade Trophy for UTEP versus North Mexico State. Then you've got the Governor's Victory Bell. This is a big one right here for Minnesota versus Penn State. That one has finally been added to the game as well. Now we also had a few equipment updates that weren't listed in the blog post. So now you can wear the hoodie with a regular jersey. Previously you could only wear this with crop jerseys, but they've now made it to where you could wear it with regular cut jerseys as well. They also shortened the size of the undershirt with the crop jersey. So before, this undershirt used to hang pretty low, covering the logos on the pants, but they've now shortened it, and I do think it looks a lot better this way in my opinion. We also got the spat update fix that came to Madden that launched today early. We got that in college as well, so you'll notice around the ankle the spats now fit a lot more appropriate. I do think they could be better overall down by the front of the shoe. I think that needs to come down a little bit too. They still look a little bulky in some areas, but overall this is the best that they have looked in years. They look really good around the ankle now in my opinion, so not perfect, but we're a lot better here. They also added the Under Armour Blur Pro 2026 cleat, one of the better looking modern cleats in my opinion. We finally have that in the game. I know there's some more Under Armour, Nike, and Jordan stuff supposedly coming soon, but for right now, this is a new addition they put in. Now here's another big one. We also got hair out the helmet for more players. So if you look at the NIL players, a lot of guys will have the hair out of the helmet. They also fixed Avery Johnson's hair as well. Supposedly you can now get the hair out of the helmets generated on recruits and Dynasty, which is really good as well. So a lot of different hair options coming out of the helmet. It's not in Road to Glory, however, which is disappointing. From what I was told, it was supposed to come to Road to Glory, but now I'm hearing that the heads are different in Road to Glory than the NIL players and the generated players in Dynasty, which they are, because like the face creator and all that is more customizable in Road to Glory. So not sure when that's coming, but kind of unfortunate there, because the Road to Glory players need the hair out the helmet too. It's been a few years now. We got to get that right. Now, speaking of Road to Glory, it's been said after this update, something else they snuck in there is that players are now getting more XP per game. And I've seen a bunch of people report this. Even simming games, they're getting a lot more XP than before. And if you're playing games, you should be getting even more than that. They also reported that they added the new columns in the coaching carousel. So now you can see archetype, prestige, pipeline, and level columns added in the coaching carousel, which is a good quality of life change, making the coaching carousel just a little bit better. And it's also been said that player progression has changed a bit in the College Football 27 update. IQ is now cheaper to upgrade. So now I'm guessing for the recruits that you bring in, it's a little bit easier to level up their overall. And they also added 3 new blitzes to the 3-3-5 odd ghost formation, the Razor 3, Bear Claw 3, and Stinger 3. So some more exotic blitzes added to the game along with some other coverages that was reported in the blog notes. But now that all of that's out of the way, if you want to know about some of the coolest things that you're able to do in College Football 27, make sure to check out this video right here on the screen.